Greetings, Pathfinders. Yesterday I brought you a news update video, which actually you're watching on the screen. The first post-release patch 1.05 was scheduled for 6th of April. Well, today is 5th of April. What I want to bring to your attention today is the second part of Bioware's blog update and news update from yesterday, because actually it's just as important as the patch notes for the upcoming patch. So let's take a closer look at what Bioware is planning to bring to Mass Effect Andromeda in the next couple of months. These are just things that they're aiming for and they're hoping to do. These aren't things set in stone. So if something actually falls out of line, we shouldn't really judge them too harsh. So let's begin. More options and variety in the character creator. We've got, if you remember, 9 presets available. Each one is uglier than the previous one. And then from these 9 presets of default faces, we can start customizing them. The customization options are actually very good. Unfortunately, we're stuck with the beginner model or the standard model from one of these 9 presets, which makes the choice or the personal character creation really tedious and unfriendly. Maybe that's why I decided to play with the default male character rider, because he actually looks good. Next point is improvements to hair and general appearance for characters. This is more or less related to the character creator, I suppose. We all remember some of the female characters from the game, namely a certain co-pilot with an orange hair. They look weird, not ridiculous, just weird. Maybe that's their personal choice. I highly doubt it. I think it's just a kind of a silly mistake from BioWare. Ongoing improvements to cinematic scenes and animations. Now, I've seen some giant websites, news portals, and such claim that with this blog post, BioWare promises to fix the animation issues within the next 2 months. I don't think that's going to happen. I've been reading a lot about how the animations have been created, specifically for Mass Effect Andromeda, and from what I know and from what I've learned, I don't think it's possible to fix them, at least not in 2 months, when they actually promise so much other content in the same time span, these 2 months. And this is a very expensive procedure for BioWare to attempt to do. If they haven't done it for the launch of the game, I don't think they will ever do it. Maybe we'll see improvements. Maybe the lips will start moving a little bit more. Maybe something else will change. The plastic effect and the lightning on the faces will change. The eyes should be fixed actually with tomorrow's patch 105. Maybe other things, but all we have to do is wait and see. The next bullet point is adjustments to conversations with Hindley Abrams. Okay, address performance and stability issues. Now, depending on what PC hardware configuration you have, or maybe a console, I don't know if the game actually misbehaves on consoles, but on PC it definitely depends, just like with any other game, on your hardware configuration and drivers, even the operating system. Yep. I personally have never had crashes, for example, or at least I don't remember crashes. This is the worst thing that can happen when you play a game. I've never had issues with Origin or with the sync games or anything like that. The game just doesn't run smooth. But I think this cannot be easily fixed, just like the issue with the animations. These are things that would probably take more time. If we see an improvement in FPS stability within the next 2 months, that would be fantastic. Next one, adding more cosmetic items to single player for free. Now, it worries me that it says for free in the end of this sentence. What does that mean? Do we expect paid items? The single player game has been primarily standalone, separate from the multiplayer. Multiplayer is where the microtransactions are in its own place, and that's where they rule. For single player, what exactly can we have that's not free? Special DLCs with just items and packs of items that we'll be able to purchase from merchants and vendors. For multiplayer, the Apex missions that have been running since launch will receive new maps, new characters, new weapons, and hopefully other things. That's actually brilliant news. I've started running multiplayer finally a little bit more serious. Well, not so serious, but more consistent. And I've got some 5-6 hours of multiplayer gameplay so far with my favorite Biotic class. Unfortunately, the way the classes are split and separated and designed for multiplayer are actually they're proning you to farm more until you get the class, because they don't give you a full character customizable with all the passives and active abilities and powers that you want to develop and level up. No, instead you get 3 active abilities and 2 passive, if I'm not mistaken, and you can only level up those. So basically the character restrictions for multiplayer are much more severe, and that's why you have so many different characters that we can get from packs from the online store. That's it. Quick reminder in the bottom of the article that tomorrow, 6th of April, will be the first big patch, the first big update to Mass Effect Andromeda since the release. It's been, I think, 2 weeks, more or less, plus minus maybe a day or 2 or something like that. So, yep, let's hope for a smooth update tomorrow. And I'm really eager to see how much of the patch notes actually did happen, and maybe if something else happened that wasn't mentioned in the patch notes. I was Vulkk. Well, I'm still Vulkk, but you just finished watching this video. Jump on to the next one. I've got a million videos on this channel. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Click the like button and help me out. Visit my website vulkk.com for daily videos and news. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge. And stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter.